Me and my daughter were eating breakfast when she started falling asleep at the table. Is it the phone keeping you awake all night? I asked. Nicole sighed. No, Mom. I got a weekend job at Romano's. The shifts are from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., remember? I was proud of her, until 3 days later when I saw $4,000 had been deposited into her checking account. Nicole! I called her into the living room. Romano paid you $4,000? Her face went white, then red. Oh, that's not from work. It's from an essay contest that I won. That's amazing. Can I read it? They keep exclusive rights. I can't share it. She grabbed an apple and practically ran back to her room. That night at 1 a.m., I heard our garage door close. Nicole's car was gone. I texted asking where she was, and she responded that she was studying at Aaliyah's house for their calculus test. When she came home at 6:45 a.m. for breakfast, reeking of men's cologne, she looked exhausted. Late night studying? I asked. Yeah, calculus is brutal this year. She wouldn't meet my eyes. I called Aaliyah's mom Friday afternoon, trying to sound casual. The girls have been studying so hard together lately. Really? Aaliyah mentioned they haven't hung out in weeks. Is everything okay? My stomach dropped. Yes, of course. I must have misunderstood. That weekend, Nicole came downstairs wearing a turtleneck in April. New style? I asked, trying to keep my voice light. Yeah, dark academia aesthetic. It's a thing. When she reached for the orange juice, her sleeve listed and I saw these angry red scratches on her neck. She saw me looking and yanked the collar up. Aaliyah's cat is psycho, she said quickly. I drove to Romano's that Saturday night, and when I asked for my daughter, the manager looked at me like I was crazy. Nicole doesn't work here? I repeated, even though I'd heard him clearly. No, ma'am. We only hire family. The next morning was when everything shifted. Another $4,000 hit her account. That was $8,000 in 2 weeks. My 17-year-old daughter was making more than I made in a month. Mom, can I borrow your reading glasses? She asked that afternoon. Since when do you need glasses? I don't. I just need to look older for work stuff. She grabbed them before I could ask more questions. And when I found condoms in her purse, I knew I had to do something. On Friday night, I pretended to go to bed early. I heard her car leave at 11 p.m. and waited 5 minutes before following her. She drove toward Riverside, where the hotels were, the ones that rented by the hour. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely keep them on the steering wheel. She pulled into Sunrise Senior Care Facility, the nursing home I used to work at. The security guard at the front desk smiled when I walked in. Are you here to see Nancy? She's doing med rounds on 2. I froze. Nancy was my name. I just smiled and said yes. I rushed to the second floor and found my daughter in scrubs, wearing my reading glasses, pushing a medication cart down the hall. Her clipboard hit the floor. Mom, an elderly man poked his head out of a room. Everything all right, Nancy dear? Yes, Mr. Rob. Just give me a minute. Her voice was professional, calm. She pulled me into an empty break room and closed the door. Her hands were shaking. I've been working here for 4 months. As what? You're 17 years old. I'm a nurse.